So this is the project for today. It's these cute little Christmas tree decorations that you can put around your house, and they're really easy to make. You just need Bristol board and wrapping paper and some ribbon, and yeah, you can make them any size. Michael made his huge, I made mine little, but it's totally up to you. First step of this project is to make a paper cone that looks like this. You could just buy like a styrofoam cone if you wanted to, but this is way cheaper. I'm just using Bristol board. I'm using green. Michael's using red for his. Just so that it coordinates with the wrapping paper that we chose. Take it along the smaller edge. Grab a ruler, or you can just eyeball it. I am going to eyeball it. I mean, you can make this any size you want. I'm just making littler ones. Michael made a massive one, so it's all relative. Just cut from the corner up. And then cut from this corner up. This piece is a weird shape because I already made one cone with this piece of paper. This tip being the top of the cone. Okay, so you're gonna roll it. There's gonna be like a little tail end. So I'm just gonna put a line of glue right there. Press it down. You want to try to make the hole at the top as small as possible. So once you have that shape, you can either fold in your tail or cut it off. I'm just going to cut mine off. You want to cut off a little bit at a time because you don't want to obviously make it too small. Okay, so once you cut it, you should have your cone. This cone is smaller because I used a smaller triangle. I have that size, and then you could be as crazy as Michael and make a huge one. It really doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. The next step is going to be to take your wrapping paper and you're going to want to cut it. And I'm not cutting it perfectly. I'm just going to eyeball it probably about 6 inches. Okay, now you don't have to do this with wrapping paper. You can do this with ribbon and then it'll already be cut for you, but wrapping paper is really inexpensive. I got both these rolls at the dollar store. And they have pretty patterns, so I'm using them. You just want to cut it into little strips, like inch or half-inch strips. It really depends on how big you want the ruffles on your on your cone to be. But I am going to just fold mine so that I can cut it quicker. So like that, and then like that. This is just going to make sure that when I cut, everyone is the same size and I don't have to worry about it. So I just folded it a bunch of times. That's about the width that I want my things to be. And then I'm just going to go in and cut along all the seams. So now you have a whole bunch of pieces that are all the same size and you cut them out all at once. So it's a lot easier. Then I'm going to do the same for the next pattern of paper. So next thing I'm going to do is make these little paper loops out of all of them. I'm going to take the paper, fold it in half with the pattern on the outside, and stick a tiny bit of glue right in the center right there. Just hold it down until it's dry. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is once you have them all folded, you're going to take, I'm going to alter my pattern, so I'm going to do a row on the bottom of the candy cane and then a row of the green and red candy canes, and then I'm going to repeat that over and over again. So you just kind of want to stick it down with just a little bit hanging off the edge. You can see I've attached the first one. Just gonna put a dot of glue and then attach the next one. And we're just gonna do that the whole way around the cone. Okay, so as you can see, basically you've given your cone just like a little skirt, like hula, I'm gonna dance for you. And when you sit it down, it's gonna poof it out a bit. Can you see that? It's like poofed. So then you're gonna do the next layer of the next paper, and you wanna put them in all the negative spaces. So like, don't like layer it like right on top, put it like off kilter a bit. So as you can see, mine is coming along nicely. I'm just doing the final layer of the green and red candy canes. Okay, so all of the flaps have been attached. Now for the very top, I'm just gonna cut a few more of the candy cane ones, but I'm gonna cut them really small, about half the size of what I did last time. So they're gonna be like 3 inches instead of 6. It totally depends on the size of your tree and if you want to be precise or not. I'm all about just like going for it, so just kind of turns out how it turns out. Okay, so these little ones that I'm making, as you can see, they're like half the size of the big ones, which is going to be good because they're just going to be like the perfect little tree toppers. So I have my little tiny red ones at the very top, and I'm going to do one more with the really tiny candy canes. The other candy. I keep saying the candy canes, but these are all candy cane patterns. Make the bow. The first thing you're going to do is make sure you have a little bit of a tail. Just fold it over so that there's a loop like that, and you're going to put a little bit of glue there just to hold it. You want to be really careful that you don't burn your fingers off. I'm probably going to burn my fingers off. Burn the fingers off. And then you're going to turn it like that to make the other side of the loop, and put a little dot of glue again, just like that. Just like that, so you have kind of like a little bow. You're going to take another little piece, a dot in the center there, place it down like that so that it looks like that, and then you're going to fold it over to the back and fold the one at the bottom under to the back, and then secure it with glue again, and then just glue it to the top there. So now you have your Christmas tree with its little Christmas tree topper. I think it looks really pretty, and I really like it, and let me know how yours turns out if you try this.